from Atlanta. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Tyrod Taylor leading the way offensively. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going underneath for Crowell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. Back to throw here. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. First down and goal to go from the 7. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Ohio.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku. Browns getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions fine. And he's going to go down again. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
They're going to try and throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 40. Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Joe Flacco leading the charge offensively. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They go play action here on first down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vincent Ray. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. But pressure gets to him again. Vincent Ray in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Dancing to his left. Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Let's go!
On play action, they'll throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds here. A little dump-off for Crowell. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's their quarterback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play down. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Randall Telfer. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A gain of 32 that time. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, No more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll look to throw here. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. That one goes for 38 yards. And it's good enough for a Cleveland 1st down.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. He'll drop to throw. Gets it to Gordon. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Come on, let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vincent Ray in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Coleman has it here right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 that time. They'll set up to throw, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first. Flushed out right, busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll set up a throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Yet another. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. That one looks like he'll throw here. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long... And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. And the Cowboys have wound up winning that football game. Dak Prescott, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. He'll look to throw. He finds Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now back to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. And down he goes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets.